into 10:30 tonight. Kick off with Ed from Guy.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
There's been quite a lot made of the number of withdrawals from the international squad. I think it was 11 this week. A lot of criticism mainly come from clubs, fans of rival clubs, it seems to me. But what have you made of that? Do you think that's just part and parcel of being in the position that you're in, that people say stuff like that?
No, I think it's part of the narrative, but I understand that. I hope it's been the same when we had a lot of players from the national team injured in the past. The same emphasis, because then it's a fair comment. So it's fine. Let's see who is available and not tomorrow, and maybe we have to change the narrative.
And in terms of responding to the last match, for you yourself, how long do you stew over something like that? Do you try to move on as quickly as possible, or do you kind of, try and learn the lessons from that?
Well, use it the first part. If it's like a ball of poison that you have in your tummy, take that as quick as possible out with clarity. Okay, how can I use that to make myself better, to make the team better? And there is a part that I think it has to be there, and I think this is not going to go in the next 30 years, because when you have the opportunity to win a final in Wembley, you have to get it done. So that has to stay there, and that's part of who you're going to be in the next few weeks, in the next few months, in the next few years, and learn from that and make sure that that fire is still in that belly, remembering what happened.
Hi, Mikel. I know you were listening to tell us who he's going to start in goal.
I really did.
Guess who? But Kepa obviously made a quite big mistake in the cup final. How's his mood been on the back of that, and do you feel like whether or not it is going to be him, do you feel like he is ready to play if it is?
Yeah, he's ready. Yeah, I'm never going to judge a player or make a decision of a player because he's made an error. Attitude, behavior, yes, 100%. An error is part of football, and anybody can do it. The same as Kepa took you to that final because of the penalties. Same player.
And has he needed a shoulder to lean on or anything like that during this break because he stewed on the mistake?
I don't know if he needed it, but he had it, just in case. But from all of them, his teammates first, then myself, all the staff, and hopefully all our supporters. I don't think he needs it because he got so much experience and he's been through all kind of different scenarios in his career, so he's more than ready to play.
And finally, Kit.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
The other thing Thomas Tuchel said during the international break was that Declan Rice has kind of been playing as his managing initiative has got him at about 70% of full fitness. Can you just give us how much Declan has had to push through the season and how ready he now is for the running after having a little bit of a break?
Yeah, he's been phenomenal because that's been for a while, and the fact that he's been able to perform and consistently commit to the team in that manner talks about how much he wants to play for us and how much he wants to win, and that's great to see.
In the, I suppose, sort of sense that international managers have to consider a player's club schedule when they're deciding whether to play a player or send them back to club. Do you at all have to consider how much a player might want to play in the World Cup during this run, and if they've got an injury that could jeopardise their ability to play?
Yes, everything is in consideration. I think we need to commit to the moment, and the moment here is Arsenal, and the moment they are the national team is the national team. Something that happens in between, you cannot be thinking about that, because your duty, your obligation is to perform in wherever you are in that moment, and that's what we expect and from all the players.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.
One regular